Whenever you don't know what class to play in Zombie Escape, go heavy. Whenever you want to deal the most knockback possible, go heavy. Whenever you don't want to be a fricking asshole that plays spy and just waits till the end of the round to be the last person left on a really hard map, go heavy. Okay, jokes aside, heavy is the universal class to play in Zombie Escape, and nobody could seriously argue that it isn't the best class for the humans. With that introduction out of the way, let's get into the video. Besides the fact that his primary is a minigun, Heavy himself has many reasons to be the #1 survivor. I mean, he is a hulking mass of Russian might after all. His primaries are all some of the best weapons to keep enemies at bay, can heal other players with sandwiches and make a medic completely obsolete, and unless he is behind a zombie, which is a very unfortunate place to be, he cannot boost zombies. I talked about boosting in my last video, so I'll summarize it here. Demos and soldiers can launch zombies into their own team by shooting explosives behind the zombies. To prevent this, as a soldier or demo, simply shoot at the ground in front of the zombies. This will both send them back and launch them up, so your team can send them back to the sushi bar that the zombies came from. Alright, now onto the loadouts. It's quite a long segment, so I'll summarize. Huo long heater, any secondary and killing gloves of boxing. I'm going to talk more in depth, so skip to 535. If you don't want to hear it or already know the proper loadout for Zombie Escape. Alright, the next thing we should talk about the heavy weapons guy are his heavy weapons. Let's start with the minigun tier list. We'll start from the bottom and work our way up. There aren't any low tier heavy primaries, so we'll start with B tier. Now down here we have the Brass Beast. Its only upside is a 20% damage increase, which can be quite good, don't get me wrong, but because it doesn't deal knockback, it just isn't as useful. The downsides of the weapon are a 50% slower rev speed and a 60% slower move speed while rev, which doesn't help its case. Next up in A tier we have the stock minigun and the Slut. We'll start with the stock minigun. The stock minigun is a good option against a zombie horde. The only thing holding it back are no special stats that help against zombies, like the Natasha's slow down effect or the Huo long heater's fire ring. There isn't too much to talk about here, so let's move on to the Slut. It pretty much has the same problems as stock. With 20% more accurate shots, it's better at focusing on a single zombie, but because of its 20% slower firing speed, it's worse at stopping a horde. The silent rev doesn't help, as zombies can see survivors anywhere on the map. And faster rev isn't very helpful. With A gone, we now move on to S tier. The best tier. This tier has the cheesiest cheese pizzas you've ever seen. It also has the Huo long heater and the Natasha. Those are cool too, I guess. I mean, I personally prefer the pizza. Well, since this isn't a cooking channel, let's start with the Natasha. Yes, it is still broken, and no, it was not nerfed. It might be fixed in the future, but for now it's broken. That being said, I'm going to talk about it before it was broken. With a similar downside to the Brass Beast, the Natasha comes with a 30% slower spin-up time and a 25% damage penalty. Slower spin-up time isn't very bad, as you're going to want to defend the designated parts of the map. 25% damage penalty is okay because you don't want zombies to get near you, and they kill you in just a few hits. Now the Huo long heater. The absolute king of Zombie Escape that everyone and their extended family uses. The only two downsides are a 10% damage penalty and a ×4 ammo consumption stat. The damage barely matters on Zombie Escape, and the higher ammo cost doesn't matter because of the fact that everyone has infinite ammo. Now the upside of this weapon is surprisingly powerful. The Huo long heater creates a ring of fire when revved up and deals plus 25% damage to burning players. The ring is the important part. The ring of fire can deal impressive amounts of knockback to enemy players. This knockback isn't quite enough to completely defend you from flanking zombies, but it can give you enough time to turn around and shoot them away with your minigun. It even launches them into the air for you to blast them away like Team Rocket or my entire glass of milk after I eat a single spoon of curry. Okay, we can finally talk about the secondaries. You don't need them. Shotguns seem okay until you remember your primary exists and can't run out of ammo. And the only damage you're going to take is fall or environmental damage that a medic can help with. But use whatever you want. Now the melee slot is very interesting. There are so many options. There's the gloves of running urgency, or if you're feeling daring today, you can choose the gloves of running urgency.
Daring today, aren't we?
Jokes aside, because of Heavy's slow movement speed, the GRU are practically required to not get left behind. But I suppose I do need to read the stats. 30% faster move speed, and it holsters 50% slower. Maximum health is also drained anytime the gloves are out, and can drain down to 100 health. There may also be a hidden stat that causes 30 or so max health drain to instantly occur whenever they are equipped. This may only be on the zombie server, however, and might not occur on Valve servers. Well, alrighty then, another video done, and another guide made. Man vs Machine Tour is in a mere 3 days on November 1st. Oh, also, if you watched my last Gmod video, you might remember that me, Script NGman, was kicked out of the house. Sad, I know, but I decided to sneak in later that night and make this video. Oh frick, I think editor NGman is waking up. I got to go. See you guys later.
Krabby Patty.
How original.
And with extra onions.
Daring today, aren't we? One crab.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?